Good evening, everyone. Today is the 26th of November, and we're going to be talking to you a little bit about staying healthy and boosting your immune system. We've had a lot of requests for how to stay healthy, how to boost your immune system, and today is just a great way for us to get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Elena Jordan. We are here every Monday evening at 9 p.m. Singapore time, 8 a.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time, because we've just ended daylight savings time. But I think today's going to be a very interesting presentation for all of you, especially if you were involved in BOGOs last week. I want to welcome you back. If you were BOGO crazy last week, I want to find out at the end of the call, before I award the prizes, I'm going to actually have a few questions for you. So get ready to either raise your hands or chat in the chat group. I want to find out, what was your favorite BOGO? And had you ever purchased that before? I want to know, did you purchase something maybe that you had been waiting for, and then now it became available as a BOGO, and so you dove in? The other thing I want to mention is that very often, in fact, the last 5 years, in December, we've had a company-wide special, buy 200 PV of product and get a free 15 milliliter bottle of frankincense. Get a free 15 milliliter bottle of frankincense. So I want to make sure that if you need frankincense, that you are absolutely getting ready to purchase your frankincense in December. But in the meantime, let's talk about our November orders and what's going on. And I don't know if they're going to have that special. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But let's talk about your BOGO orders first, and let's talk about how we're going to keep you healthy through the holiday season. Okay, so many of you know that the ideas that are presented in these presentations are taken in part from the book called Essential Oils, Healthcare for Today, which is a beginner's guide to essential oils. It covers the top 50 health issues from A to Z. And as you can see, it's fondly known as the LRP book because every issue has a 90-day plan. So that can help you in working with new people. It also can help you if you're planning your own LRP, your loyalty rewards points order. And I know sometimes even me, I get on there, I think, wait, what was it I said that I needed? So this is a great way to just get started. And I actually use this, and I use the product guide or the catalog very frequently as I'm putting my orders together. I help my mother, who's almost 90, to put together her order too. And that probably takes more than both of us put together. But it's a great way to find your LRP suggestions. Okay, so number one is, right now, thank you for joining us. Tonight, right here, we will gather and learn about our BOGO products. So if you didn't get these BOGO products, I would strongly encourage you to talk to the person who invited you to this call. You may want to purchase some of them now after the BOGO week and make sure that you're able to get the best uses of these products. BOGO week is over, so you do not have the opportunity, I think, to be able to get the specials, but talk to the person who brought you to this call. And certainly if you're brand new, this is the time to begin to use products. We've got a lot of great suggestions here. Okay, so day number one was buy On Guard 15 milliliters and receive a Breathe for free. Buy On Guard and get Breathe for free. Two big company favorites. I love them. I use them all the time. I'm sure you do too. I'm hoping that the suggestions that I'm going to show you are going to be so different. You're going to say, wow, I've never used them this way before. For all our moms and moms of babies, especially out there, these are safe for children. If you're using them with children, I would start with 1 drop, and I would dilute with fractionated coconut oil. If you don't have fractionated coconut oil, use organic olive oil that you have in your cabinet or that you can buy at any supermarket. And I would be diluting, starting with about 1 drop of essential oil to about 10 milliliters, maybe 20 milliliters of fatty oil, especially for babies. Now, when I'm talking about babies, I'm talking about under 1 year and maybe even under 6 months. As the baby begins to grow and you see that there's no skin sensitivity, you may be able to decrease the amount of fatty oil. But rest assured that the baby is absorbing the essential oils through their skin, and they are very porous. What I like to do very often with babies is mix something up in advance so that I'm not rushing as I'm trying to either diaper the baby or give the baby something. Pre-mixed roll-ons for babies are really the way to go. So if you have 2 or 3 products that you really like and you want to be able to use on your baby, Breathe being one of them, On Guard perhaps being another. I would also keep the products on the soles of the baby's feet. Soles of the baby's feet. Now we all know with babies that they tend to stick their feet in their mouths. So you want to make sure that if you're applying anything to your baby, that you're applying it and then putting socks on them right away. If they're the type of baby that also pulls on socks, you may have to put on in one of those pajama onesies that they really can't get at their feet. And obviously make sure that they're not touching their feet as you're applying the essential oil. You don't want your baby to touch the essential oil and then put it in their mouth or their eyes or their nose. So just be cautious. And moms, look, you're super smart. I know all of you are terrific with your babies. I see you on the chat groups. I'm so proud to be able to know you. And this is just one more step. You're keeping your babies and your children healthy using a natural product. And isn't that a great thing? And you're protecting them for the future, and you're protecting your own future grandchildren. So think about that. Not only your children, but your generations by doing something really healthy for them. So let's look at some different ways we can use this combo, not just for babies and children, but for everyone. So number 1 is, did you know that you really should be cleaning your toothbrush on a regular basis? You can drop a drop of On Guard on your toothbrush after you use it to clean it. And you don't have to do this every day, but if you drop a drop maybe once a week and let it sit, you can let it sit for overnight even, and then or rinse it off. Depending on what kind of toothbrush you have, you want to make sure that it's not going to damage the bristles, but really just a quick cleaning with a little bit, or even drop a drop of On Guard in a small amount of water, like 1 finger of water, and swish it around, can also be very cleaning. Obviously, if your brush is a mess and you've been using it for over a year, you want to toss your toothbrush and get a fresh one. You can also try oil pulling with On Guard. Now, why are we suggesting all these things having to do with the mouth? Because the mouth, as we know, is a hotbed of germs. And when we keep our mouths clean and disinfected, we have better breath, and we also tend to stay healthier. When we're in close contact with people, they can be coughing on us. We obviously inhale a lot of toxins and bacteria and all sorts of things through our nose and our mouth. And so using our On Guard through the mouth is a wonderful way to stay healthy. You can try oil pulling. For those of you who haven't tried it, it's approximately a tablespoon of organic, usually olive oil, with 1 drop of On Guard or another essential oil. I've heard of people using peppermint or frankincense, and you're going to be swishing that between your teeth with a sort of a swishing motion for no more than 10 minutes, I would say. You can start out really slowly with even a minute, and then please spit that oil in your trash. Don't even put it down the drain. And the reason you want to throw that away is because all of the toxins that are being pulled from your mouth are then pulled into the oil. You want to then rinse your mouth with water and also expectorate that, and then probably brush your teeth. But you will begin to see real health benefits from oil pulling. Now, I do know some people who oil pull every week. I'm not that great, but I try to do it on a monthly basis, and I really do feel that it's a great boost for the immune system. You can add On Guard and honey to your tea. Any tea would work. Many people use this recipe. What I'm encouraging you to do is do it almost like a daily prophylactic for you and for your family, not just when you're feeling sick. When you make any of these teas and you add essential oils to them, you're able to enjoy and absorb the essential oils in a different way. We're talking about here absorbing the essential oils through the mouth, which is not always possible, as we know, with babies and children. You can also make a honey bomb, On Guard and just 1 teaspoon of honey. And there are many other oils that you can do this with, including all of the citrus oils that are great for the immune system. What we're talking specifically about the oils that we received last week through our BOGOs. Now, on the bottom here, I say go live in your group and share these tips and show some examples of you making a recipe or tea, or even just in your bathroom with the On Guard oil, putting it on your toothpaste to clean it for the next use. If you've never gone live on Facebook or on Instagram, I'm going to challenge you to try to do that this week. Now, I see many of you taking photographs. I follow many of you on Instagram and other social media. I'm going to challenge you to get on and do a short video, maybe on just these short tips. You'd be amazed at how many people have not heard of simple tips like this, and many of them will be easy for you to reenact and to do a quick video, 30 seconds or less. Hi, my name is, I just wanted to show you a quick way for you to stay healthy this winter or during the holiday season. And then take your toothbrush, put your drop of On Guard on it, and swish it around in water so they can see that you're cleaning your toothbrush. And then maybe tell them, and we'll try to be back next week with other tips. Thanks for joining us. And you'd be shocked at how many people will join your Facebook groups. Okay, how about another couple of suggestions? How are muffins going to keep me from getting sick? Well, they can if they are On Guard muffins. And I think these actually look beautiful. They're kind of a mini muffin, and they have blueberries. If you don't have blueberries or you're not able to get them, obviously you can substitute other fruits. Blueberries are usually available in summer here in New Jersey. The blueberry capital of the world is actually here in New Jersey, in Hamilton, New Jersey. Shout out to my friends down there, Sarita and Heather, and all the ladies who get on this call who are from southern New Jersey and know all about blueberries. But if you can't get fresh blueberries, you can absolutely use frozen or another fruit chopped up small. And here's the recipe. So get ready with your, oops, no, that's actually, there's the recipe. So these are, now you will notice that take a picture of this, please, if you will. You will notice that all the measurements are in US standard measurements, so you're gonna have to convert them, but it should be fairly easy to convert. It's preheating the oven, combining the dry ingredients, adding the sugar, beating the eggs, and then gently folding in the blueberries. And for my chefs out there, if you take a picture of this, I'm sure, hopefully I'll see a couple of postings of this recipe. But adding in, as you can see, 3 to 4 drops of On Guard essential oil. And yes, the combination of the On Guard, the blueberries, the sugar is really, really delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my last slide actually. Let's talk about On Guard and Breathe now together. So if you want to protect yourself, we're talking about On Guard. It has cleansing properties. It boosts immune health. It promotes feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. That's because it helps you to cut down on phlegm. And if you're applying it to your chest or your back, you really do begin to feel the phlegm breaking up. It can also be energizing because it contains clove and citrus oils. It is an uplifting aroma. It is purifying to the air. So yes, diffuse, diffuse, diffuse. And you can be using your water-based diffusers. In the next few weeks, you really want to have your diffusers running all the time. It's a very busy time of year. I've heard seen a lot of questions in the chat groups about diffusing, and I want you to start basically with about 100 milliliters of water or less. I'm trying to make sure that I'm making this right. And then 1 single drop of essential oil for small children. So when you're talking about small children, we're talking about a small quantity of water and 1 drop of essential oil. And then beginning to increase the amount of essential oil. Now, in my house, we're all adults. My youngest son is 17. And we have someone up to 90, my mother. And I will frequently use a diffuser that has 200 milliliters, 300 milliliters or more, and add 10 or even 20 drops of an essential oil. But when you're starting to diffuse, especially for baby, I want you to take it slow. Now, let's say last night you diffused 10 drops of oil in your baby's bedroom, and your baby is absolutely fine. Please do not panic. You are going to be fine, and your baby's going to be fine. Certainly, if you've been diffusing for a while, you know the tolerances for yourself and for your baby. You also know your own apartment or your house. Are your rooms small? Are your rooms large? Are they open to other areas? So I've been to visit some of you at home, and you have rooms that are open to other rooms, not really closed off with doors. And so when you have a house like that, you have to make sure that you're using enough essential oil so that you're getting the benefits. If you have a house that has high ceilings, or maybe has a balcony, or has an outdoor patio and tends to be open during the day, you want to have your diffuser in the smallest place that you possibly can. When we talk about babies and children, we want to talk about diffusing perhaps in the bedroom before they go to sleep. So running the diffuser for an hour or two before they go to sleep with the door shut. And then when you actually put the baby down, shutting the diffuser off. You don't have to have the diffuser running all night. The essential oil will absolutely be in the air and will assist your baby. But either way is fine. And as you become more experienced with essential oils, you'll feel more comfortable, and talk to the person who brought you to this call. So we talk about breathe. It can promote a restful night's sleep. Again, because of breathing and being able to open up your airways. It can minimize seasonal threats. We're talking about allergies here. So if you're having stuffy sinuses or coughing, breathe is the way to go. It promotes clear airways and easy breathing, respiratory support, calms the senses, and has a refreshing aroma. So you want to try this. Apply doTERRA Breathe and doTERRA On Guard to your chest for the added 1-2 punch your body needs to minimize seasonal threats and to promote feelings of clear airways. When I do this together, I always apply a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, especially on children, because the breathe with the cinnamon and the clove can be a little bit warming, and some children don't like it. And even adults, you want to make sure that it's not causing any sort of skin irritation to anyone who is using this. Okay, so here's, this got a little bit, I'm sorry, got a little bit shifted to the side. So I want you to try actually a trio back booster. So in our next slide, we're going to talk about copaiba, but I'm actually going to introduce it here. So you're going to layer copaiba, On Guard, and Breathe on the spine and the feet. You're going to use coconut oil to massage the oils in, and then cover them with warm, moist towels for added benefit and comfort. You're going to add Breathe to the temples to improve, support cognitive function, brain fog. Important also for our immune system, because if we're not functioning properly, we're not going to be able to do the things that we need to do. And maybe we won't make good decisions about our immune system. And then use this DIY recipe for a chest rub with Breathe and copaiba. So you can basically, I didn't insert the recipe here because I thought it was not so complicated, but using, again, between 1 and 4 drops each of Breathe and copaiba, this would be a great addition as a preventative and also to have ready for the upcoming season. So I'm going to challenge you to put together a back rub or chest rub and maybe show us on the chat groups. You know that this presentation will be posted in Team Power Diamond and also in Oil Camp Alumni. You can add cocoa butter, you can add a non-petroleum jelly, you can add any sort of soothing rub or unguent that you prefer, and then have it ready for the holiday season, preventing yourself from getting sick. And the 1-2 punch, or the 1-2-3 punch, if you will, of copaiba, On Guard, and Breathe are a terrific match for any sort of illness that you have. During the time that I was sick these last several weeks, I was applying this almost every single day, and also applying it on my feet, diffusing it in my house, and taking it internally. I used these 3 oils almost nonstop throughout the entire illness, and then added in things like DDR Prime, copaiba capsules, turmeric, and a couple of other oils that we're going to talk about turmeric in a minute. And oregano, of course, and also GX Assist, because GX Assist has a lot of oregano and tends to work as an antibiotic, cleansing out any toxins that are in your body. And then you want to replace those toxins with healthy foods and essential oils to boost yourself and build your immune system. So again, I'm going to challenge you to go live in your groups to show the trio back booster that we talked about above, and set up a friend, spouse, or kid on a massage table with on the floor with pillows, or even on a bed, to demo how easy this is to do, and the recipient will love this. This little trio will boost immunity. Again, I want you to go live trying to make some short videos this week of yourself using these products, using the BOGOs that you just purchased. So don't just keep quiet. I want you to be able to share and repeat what you're learning here. Okay, day 2 was get lavender for free. Purchase turmeric and get lavender for free. Okay, so let's first talk about turmeric. And I know this print is a little bit small, but it really does say a lot. I'm going to highlight the ones that have to do with immunity. So number 1, turmeric has incredible restorative properties, especially when it comes to neural pathways and memory. You can use this essential oil when you study or learn something new to make it easy for your brain to navigate back to that information. Turmeric can also help find new pathways to old memories. So whenever you have challenges in terms of memory, that is the product for you to use. Turmeric promotes healthy production of neural stem cells in the brain, which add to mental clarity and focus. These stem cells allow the brain to function at optimal healthy levels. And yes, all of these words are compliant, so you can feel free to take a photograph of it and reuse this. Oxidative stress can be an issue for our brains. Reducing stress and taking time to meditate help alleviate some of the excess pressure that leads to parts of our brain shutting down. Turmeric is a great companion for these types of activities. It stimulates the brain in healthy ways and is a great antioxidant to counteract some of the unavoidable stress. Women can use this oil as part of their skincare routine, morning and night, to maintain the health and vitality of their face and décolletage. So you can basically add a drop of turmeric to your moisturizer. You can also add it to a little bit of fractionated coconut oil to one of the serums and apply it to your face, neck, and chest. Turmeric promotes a healthy inflammatory response, so it's great to use after exercise. You can also use turmeric on joints and muscles that have been overused and create a lot of discomfort. So we also know that when we're in pain, our body works to bring down that inflammation. It has natural neural pathways that allow us to reduce the inflammation. We want to speed that process along because we don't want our body to be focused on something for too long, because then it has to neglect other processes. In general, we kind of want to keep our body in a balanced state, as balanced as we can. And from time to time, if we overdo it in the gym, we want to make sure we have ways to balance out those pains or inflammations. Pain is a normal part of exercise. Your body has a natural ability to become inflamed and then bring it back to normal as you build strength. But you shouldn't live with that throughout your whole day. Use turmeric regularly as needed in targeted areas to promote a natural, healthy, inflammatory cool down and soothe any areas of discomfort quickly. Cells are part of every function in our body. We count on cells to create, thrive, and die in a healthy pattern so that we can accomplish pretty much everything throughout the day. Turmeric supports all 3 of these cellular functions and boosts your overall cell health. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about immunity. We're talking about staying healthy. Turmeric is the way to go. I like to prepare a turmeric tea. I'm going to show you a recipe for that at the end. But you can feel free to take a drop of turmeric just under the tongue or in a small amount of water and swallow it down. The last few weeks, as I've begun to get a little more healthy, I'm starting to take turmeric, ginger, black pepper, pink pepper, and yarrow palm together in a small amount of water, 1 to 2 drops each. And I've been taking that twice a day. So that's turmeric, black pepper, pink pepper, yarrow palm, and ginger. 1 to 2 drops of each in a small amount of water, and I've been taking that every day. So turmeric is the perfect companion to DDR Prime and can be used in targeted areas to boost tissue health. Try adding a drop to your mouth rinse or toothpaste. Carbs are a great part of a balanced diet, but digested too quickly, and the benefits aren't all realized. Turmeric can be used to help aid normal digestion of starches and maintain healthy blood sugar levels already in normal range. And finally, turmeric contains R-turmerone, a chemical constituent that promotes a healthy digestive system, speed, and gives a boost to your stomach lining. So these are all the benefits of turmeric. Obviously, between the brain and the exercise for pain, aches and pains, for cell function, and for digestion, turmeric is part of a healthy inflammatory response and immune system support. Okay, restful sleep. So when we talk about lavender, we don't always think about lavender and immunity because we think, well, it's great for skin, it's great for relaxation, it's good for cuts and burns. I love lavender, I use it all the time. However, getting enough sleep each night helps make sure that your immune system has the energy it needs. Diffusing oils like doTERRA Serenity, lavender, or Roman chamomile at bedtime can help support restful sleep. And one of my favorite combinations actually is lavender and Roman chamomile together. I love Serenity, but when I don't have it, if I've run out or I just want a change, I like that combination of lavender and Roman chamomile. And many of you who have babies, this is a wonderful combination, lavender and Roman chamomile for babies. Very soothing. You can apply it to baby. You can diffuse it in baby's room. Really wonderful. And feel free to use lavender and Roman chamomile in any sorts of lotions or potions that you're making for your baby, whether it's a natural diaper cream or some other relaxing blend. Maybe if your baby's a little bit gassy, has colic, you can apply a single drop in your palm with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and rub that mixture on the baby's belly so that they can release the gases that they have there. Okay, day number 3. Buy copaiba, get Deep Blue for free. So this is an amazing combo. I'm going to talk much more about copaiba than I am about Deep Blue, but let's go through some of the recommendations. Number 1, you want to take a drop of copaiba and frankincense under your tongue each morning for daily immune support. This is so important, folks. I've talked to you many times about my morning routine, which includes a drop of frankincense under the tongue. I use frankincense and a citrus oil. For me, that's usually grapefruit. And now I'm adding a drop of copaiba as well. So those 3 oils together, and I just drop them straight under my tongue. I've gotten used to doing it. Copaiba has virtually no smell and no taste. So for me, it's not offensive, and adding it as part of my morning routine was not a big deal. If you really do not like the taste of copaiba, feel free to try the copaiba soft gels. I would be taking 1 in the morning as part of your immune support routine. You can add copaiba to your facial care routine, your anti-aging moisturizer, your hydrating cream, your tightening serum, or your brightening gel. And you're going to get actually 2 benefits from this. Number 1 is improved cellular health of your face. The other thing is, because it's a great antioxidant, you're going to see that your skin begins to look better and better. Copaiba, of course, absorbed through the skin, can also boost your daily immune system. It's not going to be as direct as putting it under your tongue, but applying copaiba, using it in diffusers, and taking it internally, and using it the 3 ways really will support your immune health. The oil helps reduce the inflammation in cells, allowing your skin to glow, and also boost the immune system from our largest organ, the skin. Copaiba reduces the appearance of blemishes. You can add copaiba to shampoo and conditioner to give your scalp and brain an added boost. And oloressins act as a neuroprotectant. What's interesting is that the skin on our scalp is also very absorbent. So you want to make sure that the things that you put on your head are all natural. We don't want to put chemicals on our head. And our skin really does absorb a lot. And during the day, especially those of you who live in cities, you're exposed to a lot of toxins. You want to make sure that you can reduce the amount of toxins that you're using in your environment, at home, in your offices, with your children, as much as possible. Put a drop of copaiba on your On Guard toothpaste, or add a drop of copaiba when oil pulling. It's a great oil for oral health. Again, we're talking about the mouth and how absorbent it is. You're using natural toothpastes, especially the doTERRA toothpaste, and then adding in essential oil. The buccal tissue of the tooth of the mouth is a great way for you to absorb oils and to keep your immune system running soundly. What you don't want to do is give essential oils to baby in the mouth. That's not a good idea. They're really too small. As they grow into small children, you may be able to give them a single drop. And obviously swallowing things like capsules will have to wait until they're in probably after the age of about 9 or 10, depending on the child, of course. You may be able to give them a single peppermint beadlet or a single On Guard beadlet to boost their immune system, but we're not giving those things to baby, of course. Again, I'm going to challenge you to go live in your groups and show how to oil pull using copaiba and extra virgin coconut oil. Show how to add a drop of copaiba to your skincare routine, or show how to add it to your shampoo and conditioner, explaining the benefits to this beyond the general uses noted in the daily post. So what's interesting is, I know some of you saw me using some of the essential oils and doing some quick videos about 2 months ago. Really, none of those videos were that great, but they got tons of hits. And I stood in my shower, I was in my bed, I was at my desk, I was really all over my house using different products. I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. And even if all of you were to produce the same video, each one would be a little bit different because you are all a little bit different. And think of how these videos can serve the people around you. Maybe a mom who's really worried or confused or feeling very nervous will see your video and be calmed and soothed by it. So even if it doesn't gain you a lot of new customers, because I know that's what you all are looking for, think of how you're serving others by just producing short videos. If you don't feel comfortable speaking on screen, or you don't feel like your voice is loud enough or it's not clear enough, ask a friend perhaps or a family member to help you and do this together. You can pass them the oils and they can talk about it. The two of you can be on screen. You can get one of your kids to do it. It's all good, folks. And all we're doing is serving others. Okay, day number 4, buy Siberian Fir, get Cassia for free. And I know this presentation is kind of long, but I think it's important that we really get a lot of information about all the different oils. I love Siberian Fir, I have to tell you. It is what I consider a wintry oil because it comes from a conifer, and that paired with Douglas fir is a wonderful combination, diffused in the house to cleanse the air, so powerful. And Cassia, also one of my personal favorites. I'm going to tell you a little bit about both of them, and I think you're going to really be energized and enthusiastic about all the good things that you can do with these 2 oils. Okay, so let's talk about Siberian Fir first. Favorite ways to use it: if you need a minute to feel more balanced while working through difficult circumstances, keep yourself grounded by diffusing Siberian Fir and reduce anxious feelings and help reduce your stress level. Stress can harm our immune system, folks. We want to reduce stress as much as possible. And when you're feeling anxious or depressed or worried chronically, so day after day, week after week, minute after minute, you really have to be able to combat this and find ways to reduce your oxidative stress. So one of the things that I found, just on a personal note, as you know, we just celebrated Thanksgiving here in the United States. My daughter came home for the weekend. She's living in Texas, as you know. Texas is nowhere near New Jersey. She has to fly back and forth. And when my daughter comes to town, it is wonderful, and we all have a great celebration, and she's very sweet and tells us all about her life and what's going on. But it is literally like a tornado coming through our house. So she wants to go shopping, and she wants to go to restaurants, and she wants to do this and that and see all her friends and drive the cars. And really, by the time she leaves, we're all left a little bit kind of dazed and confused. And I found myself about 2 days into the break while she was here. She was only here for 4 days, really feeling kind of sad. And I don't know if I was feeling sad because I knew she was leaving so quickly, or because I was just exhausted because she had me up till almost 2 o'clock in the morning every night. And that's not my usual routine, but I was just feeling really kind of, I don't know, not myself, and almost felt like crying. And I thought, what is this? This is not like me. I think part of it, folks, was exhaustion just from being up day and night, and also after having been sick, I really, really needed sleep. Here's the other thing. During the holidays, especially at Thanksgiving, we eat a lot of sugary foods, and we eat foods that we're not accustomed to eating because we only eat them once a year. There's special things that we eat only on Thanksgiving. And while some of them are healthy, like green beans and turkey, Others of them are laden with either sugar and fat or butter and other things that we tend not to eat in that type of intensity or quantity all at the same time. So I got out my elevation and I put it on my spine, and I took out my forgive and I put it on my shoulders and my wrists and my chest, my heart, right over my heart. And I put Siberian Fir in my diffuser, and I also put on a little bit of hope. Many of you may know that that's the blend that we use to support people that are in need, namely children that are at risk in the United States and around the world. And those 3 oils helped me to calm down and just to take a deep breath and to sit and to meditate for a little while and really enjoy the fact that despite it that it's like a hurricane or a tornado when my daughter comes to town, it's also magical and wonderful, and it reunites us as a family. And I felt my mood lifting right away. So if you begin to feel these feelings, and sometimes during the holidays we do, take out your oils, put on whatever feels good, layer them on, put it on your shoulders, give yourself a hug, put them on your spine, your neck, your back, whatever you feel you need, behind your knees, wherever you think you need strength and support, any of your pulse points, and you will begin to feel better. You want to diffuse 3 to 4 drops to utilize the wonderful Christmas tree scent and make your home inviting during the holidays. You can even add it to salt dough ornaments to hang on your tree, and that's another project for another day. You can soothe your skin from minor skin irritations by applying Siberian Fir, diluting as needed with fractionated coconut oil. Whenever you spent the day doing deep cleaning, running a marathon, or chasing after kids, you can massage Siberian Fir into your skin for soothing comfort after strenuous activity. And finally, add a few drops to shower melts or 2 to 3 drops to a diffuser to promote feelings of easy breathing. Okay, let's talk about Cassia. Cassia essential oil has been used since antiquity to maintain physical health and vigor. Cassia helps promote a healthy immune function and has a positive effect on moods. It is a great oil to diffuse during cold months due to its warming properties and sweet, spicy aroma. And Cassia's uplifting aroma encourages feelings of love and connection. I should have been diffusing Cassia when I was feeling a little bit blue, but for me, that piney scent is the one that I love. Cassia's primary constituent is cinnamaldehyde, a monoterpene aldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde has been researched for its antioxidant benefits, its ability to support the gastrointestinal, cardiovascular, and circulatory systems, and for overall metabolic support. So a terrific oil, folks. Put it in rotation. If you're using your On Guard, add a little Cassia. You know, whenever you have those kind of spicy smells, Cassia is a terrific addition. Okay, day 5, finally, buy a Lumo diffuser and get peace and cheer for free. Okay, so let's talk about cheer. So you want to try diffusing cheer in a classroom to promote positivity among students. Put a few drops of doTERRA cheer in your diffuser at home to help your family enjoy the fresh, warm scent that will help create an inviting, happy environment. Diffuse cheer at your desk or in your home office when you need a little pick-me-up. While driving, apply a few drops of essential oil to a terracotta plate. Now, don't be driving and applying it. Make sure that you've applied it beforehand and then put it on. Or even to a cotton ball and place it in your car as you run errands, make your morning commute, or drive the kids around. You'll have the lovely scent of doTERRA cheer as your companion, keeping your spirits bright all day long. I've also seen some very cute car diffusers. They sort of clip into your vent, and they have a little small piece of felt around, almost like the size of a coin, and you saturate that, and then it can blast throughout the day. Feeling lonely when you're alone, don't let heavy feelings weigh you down and discourage you. Diffuse doTERRA cheer in your favorite essential oil diffuser to promote happy, bright feelings that will invigorate your mood. Negative emotions creep into your day. Consider applying 1 drop of doTERRA cheer to your hands. Rub the palms together and take a deep breath to inhale the comforting, warm scent of the oil. The scent will linger, so you can cup your hands over your nose or mouth throughout the day and inhale doTERRA cheer for an added dose of optimism. 5, consider giving a box of sunshine care package. I love this idea. For those of you who know any college students, university students that are living away from home, or maybe you just know an elderly person that would really love a box like this. What better way to cheer someone up? Maybe someone who's in the hospital or just got home from the hospital. Gather items that will cheer them up to include in the care package. You can even make all of the items yellow so that everything is bright and happy. You can include things like yellow candy, a yellow journal for them to write in, a yellow blanket or pillowcase, and of course, yellow labeled doTERRA cheer. This care package will bring comfort to anyone who might be struggling or who needs a boost of love and sunshine. I would love it if somebody would do this and post it in the chat groups, because this is a wonderful way, I think, to cheer someone up. Looking for a good diffuser blend that uses doTERRA cheer? Combine 3 drops of doTERRA cheer, 1 drop of Douglas fir, and 1 drop of wild orange to your diffuser for an uplifting, invigorating blend. If you have a friend who could use a little pick-me-up, consider giving them a bottle of doTERRA cheer with a list of ideas for elevating diffuser blends that will lift their spirits. And there's lots of diffuser blends online, folks. From time to time, we've given away diffuser blend booklets. If I get myself back to Singapore sometime soon, I promise you I'll bring some with me. I'm actually on restriction from entering the country again for 45 days until I'm completely healed. So I probably will not see you until the new year. Number 7, tend to feel grumpy or discouraged in the morning. Try diffusing doTERRA cheer while doing your morning yoga, drinking your morning tea, or reading the morning paper to help promote feelings of optimism as you start the day. Okay, uses and benefits. Oh dear. So this is uses and benefits of peace. I'm sorry, this is cut off a little bit. So peace includes some of the most relaxing and calming oils such as lavender, marjoram, and vetiver, and ylang-ylang. The balance of calming essential oils in this blend creates a combination that's perfect for renewal, renewing feelings, and when used topically or aromatically, the doTERRA Peace Blend can promote feelings of peace and contentment. When fearful feelings start to arise, use the doTERRA Peace Blend to counteract these emotions. These specific oils that in the blend can help work to dismiss feelings of fear and anxiousness. To quickly use it, place a drop of peace in your hands, rub your hands together, apply 1 drop of doTERRA Peace to your hands and rub them together, cup them over your nose and mouth, and breathe in deeply. If you yourself are struggling to sleep at night, diffuse doTERRA Peace. The Peace Blend is an ideal way to promote a calming environment and restful sleep. For best results, apply 1 to 2 drops to the diffuser of your choice and diffuse. Now, I will say 1 to 2 drops in a diffuser may not be enough. You may, depending on the size of the room and the type of diffuser that you have, you may have to add a few more drops. If you're nervous before taking a test or when presenting to large groups, if you start to feel worried or distressed before the event, diffuse or inhale the doTERRA Peace Essential Blend for emotional comfort. And again, if you're a parent or grandparent, a sibling or friend, everyone has seen or experienced a child's tantrums. For that, there's doTERRA Peace. Next time you see your son or daughter or loved one's child become upset, you can apply the peace to the bottoms of the feet. You can also apply it to your own hands and just basically place your hands gently in front of the child with open palms so that they can smell the peace oil. I've even done this at times with animals because it really is just such a peaceful blend. And for those of you who used to work with the other essential oil company, you know what I'm talking about. doTERRA Peace smells very similar to the old Peace and Calming. So if you know anyone who's switching from the other essential oil company, and that blend is no longer available, so this is a great substitute. Especially the roll-on is a great way to introduce people to doTERRA. Okay, so what was your favorite BOGO? When I finally stop the share, I want you to get ready to tell me what was your favorite BOGO and how are you going to use it. My favorite BOGO, hands down, was the turmeric. I love turmeric. I'm so excited about it. If you smelled it, it smells like roots that have been burned up in a fire, like a barbecue type of root. It reminds me of fall and being outdoors. It is just wonderful. So that combination and that special, I was just so amazed that we would get that as a BOGO special and really thrilled. So my next question to you is, Can you repeat this? I'm not asking you to repeat this entire presentation. What I am asking you to do is to reach out to people within your sphere of influence and begin to talk to them about some of these oils. These are extremely important for people that are struggling with emotional issues, with immune support issues, and with different sorts of struggles with themselves or with their children. Can you help another person? And so by being able to even talk about one essential oil that we've talked about today, and you can go back and listen to this presentation, or you can do a little bit of a video on your own, but help another person, please reach out and serve. I want you to remember, you are amazing. And I'm so happy that you're here today. I know I have talked and talked. You're probably all thinking, wow, when is she going to end? But we had a lot of things to talk about today. And I wanted to make sure that we were able to get everything done. And finally, thank you for being here and have a wonderful week. Okay, everyone. So now I'm back. I can see one person in the chat. Let's see what the chat is saying. Oh, someone asks for the honey bond. How much On Guard to add on a spoonful of honey? I would start with 1 drop, honestly. I usually don't need more than 1 drop, maybe 2. But I find that the honey balm is better when there's sort of much more honey, especially when we're talking about children, much more honey than essential oils. Okay, so let me stop the recording.